Yesterday in Australia, we saw tens of thousands take to the streets in Black Lives Matter protests. Australians who have watched their livelihoods destroyed in the name of public health are entitled to ask why there's one rule for them and another for race-obsessed activists. You can't have more than 50 people at an outdoor funeral, but you can have 30,000 or more converging in the city. You can't have a beer at the pub without sitting down for a meal, handing over your phone number and socially distancing from other patrons. But you can gather in big crowds to hold up traffic and scream abuse at police. I wonder, do Australians marching under the banner of the Black Lives Matter movement really believe the group's claims that black lives are systematically and intentionally targeted for demise? Australia devotes more than $30 billion a year on services for Indigenous Australians. There are a plethora of programs available exclusively to those who identify as Indigenous, from free dental care to a range of financial assistance packages to preferential treatment via admission schemes for schools and universities. All these programs are designed to help Indigenous Australians succeed. How can that be interpreted as systematic racism designed to destroy the black population? But we live in strange times where words are violence, silence is violence, but actual violence is not violence at all, but a righteous response to suffering and oppression. The Black Lives Matter movement that is being celebrated by the media, academia, and now the corporate world isn't about true equality. They push a toxic, divisive brand of race politics. Just read what their founders say. The mainstream in this country, the majority who have voted for the centre-right coalition 7 out of the 9 elections, better wake up and start realising that the culture wars are real. And while Conservatives have been napping, the left has captured every public institution and now much of the corporate world, including the bulk of the media. Toxic identity politics and critical race theory is in the schools. And if there's no pushback, what may seem extreme today will be normalised tomorrow. Did you think 10 years ago that protests that have seen murders, bashings, looting, arson would be called peaceful? Did you think 10 years ago saying all lives matter would be so controversial that you could lose your job for posting it on social media? It's time to wake up and fight back against this crap, or take a knee and submit to it. There are only 2 options.